In the 1870s and 1890s, we start to hear about a decline in agriculture. All right, it's the first time we really hear about a farm problem. But if you look at the numbers on the surface, it looks kind of confusing. For instance, there are, during this time period, there are more farms, more farmers producing more, and what they're producing is worth more. So it's kind of like you're sitting there scratching your head going, well, what's the problem? Well, the problem is that relative to other ways of making a living, manufacturing, transportation, you name it, agriculture is falling behind. All right, they're suffering from low prices and and high costs for what they had to buy. So they go into debt, they suffer foreclosure, and now are in serious trouble. The fundamental problem then, as it is now, is overproduction. When you overproduce something, the price falls, right? It's wonderful for the consumer, bad for the farmer. The farmer cannot overprice. A farmer cannot cut back on costs, mainly because of the fact that the primary resource is land. They're going to have to pay taxes on that land, whether or not they use it or not. And they're going to have to pay for the equipment that they bought, whether or not they work the land. Finally, you cannot predict how much crop you're going to reap at the end of the season. It's not like the automobile industry where you can shut it down when you've made enough cars. Now, farmers are not going to blame overproduction for their problems. Rather, they're going to blame transportation costs. They relied on the railroad for transportation of their product, and as we have seen, railroads abuse their power. That's a problem. Another problem they're going to suffer from is inadequate credit. Farmers had to borrow large amounts of money, and there was no adequate banking system. Thus, they had to borrow from mortgage companies that charged them large interest rates. The monetary system is also going to come to center stage, and that's going to be the subject of our next video.